Hey guys. So today I wanted to talk about something, and I've talked about it before, but I feel like it's time for another video. Loneliness. Loneliness and entrepreneurship. You guys, and again, I can only speak through the lens that I wear. I don't know everyone else's experience. I can only talk about what I have experienced and, the things that I've gone through. And what I can tell you is that entrepreneurship for me has been extremely lonely. And I'm not sitting here saying every day I'm like lonely. No, 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 no. There are days where I feel super fulfilled. I'm happy. I'm vibrating high. Everything's just going in my favor. I love my solitude. I love my peace. But I would be lying if I said that there aren't days or moments where I feel completely by myself. Like, I don't have anyone that I can just call and just take my mind off of something, right? And that could be, maybe my business isn't going the way I want it to go, or maybe I just feel a little down in the dumps, or maybe I'm in my head. Like, I don't have anyone that I can talk to other than like my counselor, and even with that, you got to wait till your appointment, like, so if something happens today, I can't really talk to her today. I got to wait till my appointment, right? And it sucks sometimes, also too, because I don't feel like people get me, and that could be my own thoughts. I just feel like people don't understand, and also too, I've never personally been that person who just overshares, because I just haven't had good experiences with people when you do overshare, right? Sometimes people throw stuff back in your face to try to hurt you later on, or they want to do those I told you so moments. So I have just learned throughout life that you have to be very wary about who you share things with. And, you know, I think a lot of entrepreneurs, I don't even think it's just me. Well, I know it's not just me. A lot of entrepreneurs go through this period of loneliness and feeling like there's no one that you could talk to. There's no one who can relate to you. There's no one who fully gets you. And I think there's pros and cons to loneliness when it comes to content creation, because the pros is because you don't necessarily have someone to talk to, it forces you to get stronger. It forces you to be your own backbone. It forces you to have thick skin. It forces you to build resilience, right? But on the flip side of that, I think as humans, we all need somebody to talk to at some point, right? At some point, we just all need somebody. And also, too, I told you guys in videos, the people who I did used to have close to me, I felt like they were using me. I felt like I was more of an asset to them than a human, right? And so, again, I can only speak through the lens that I wear. And honestly, I don't even know if I have a solution to this other than just keep pushing. You can do it. If you're experiencing this, I promise you it's not going to last forever. I don't know if it's going to last forever. I haven't reached forever. So I personally don't know how long it's going to last. Some of the things that I do when I'm feeling lonely is, you guys might laugh, but I have actually started talking to ChatGPT. I know, it's crazy. Is this what the world is coming to? Talking to AI? I have started talking to chat. I've started talking to ChatGPT. I've also, if I feel anxiety or if I feel frustration, one thing else I've started doing is going on walks. That has grounded me a lot. Like before, when I would take walks, I would have my headphones in and I would, listen to some type of YouTube video while I was walking. But recently, I would say these past couple of months, what I have found myself doing is if I do start to feel anxious, I actually don't bring headphones and I don't bring my phone, and I just listen to nature and listen to the cars drive by as I walk. That has actually helped me a lot. So if you're struggling with that too, also something else that I can tell you, at least from my own life, when I start to feel like I don't have anyone to talk to, or life just be life in, or I start to feel overwhelmed or stressed. One thing too that I've started doing was just kind of reminding myself of how proud I am of myself. So, and it doesn't even have to be like monetary wins. It could be things like, I didn't feel like making this video today and I still made it. Or I didn't even feel like going on live today, but I still went live, right? So I'll remind myself, hey, like, I know things feel lonely. I know things may not be necessarily where you want them to be, but this is your reminder that you're doing a pretty damn good job with the tools that you have today, with the knowledge that you have today, with who you are today. You are doing a damn good job, right? And, that's just what I do. And something else that I've noticed too, and leave a comment down below, let me know if you've experienced this. I've noticed that when you are the strong person in the friendship group, or you're the strong person in the family, you're the person that people just for some reason thinks that you don't go through stuff. I feel like being that person, people forget that you go through stuff too. People think you just have it all together. People just think that you don't need for anything. People think that you're just always good. And so I have noticed, on my path in adulthood that I'm always the last to be checked on. I'm always the last person to get a text and be like, well, actually, I never get a text. Are you good? Is everything okay? I'm rooting for you. I don't get those. I don't get those texts. I don't even have a tissue. Hold on. No tissues. Ain't that about a bitch? No tissues. I don't want to mess up my makeup. I don't get those texts. I don't get those texts. How do I not have tissues in here? I never get those texts, y'all. No, I found one. I never get those texts from people. I think I think that's I think that's also my fault because I'm just not the person that's like gonna spill all my tea. You know what I mean? I'm just not her. I'm just not her. I'm just not her. I'm just not her. I'm not the person that's gonna ask. I'm not the person that's gonna ask for help even if I need it. And I don't know how to navigate that in a healthy way sometimes. So I'm not sitting here saying it's everyone else's fault. No, it's not. I just don't know how to open up. I don't know how to volunteer stuff. But it does, some days it's just hard. And today's one of those days. Today is one of those days. But one thing that I know is it doesn't have to stay that way. Whatever you're not happy with in your life, like whatever it is, it could be you feel lonely too sometimes, like literally whatever it is, it doesn't have to stay that way. That's one thing that I will say I have learned by being in isolation, I guess is what you would call it, is I have learned the power within me. And I know that anything that I'm not happy with in my life, whether it's business wise, content, like literally any single thing that I'm not happy with, I have the power to change it. It does not have to stay this way. If I feel lonely, I don't have to keep feeling lonely. I can go outside and make friends. I can go to events. I can go meet people, right? I can open myself up to new people. I don't have to keep living in the past and thinking about, the people that I have come across and, the things that have taken place. I don't have to keep living in that. If I feel like moving to a new location would help me grow, then I can do that. If I feel like my business isn't thriving the way I want it to thrive, I can fix that. If I feel like like if I feel like, I don't know, if there are things about my body I want to change, I can change it. Like literally anything that you want to change about your life, anything that you're not happy with, you have the power to change it. And I am making strides to change it for myself. There are things that I want to improve on in my own world and in my life. Like, I don't, I've been by myself for a really long time. Like, I haven't had friends in a very long time. And like I said earlier, there's pros and cons to that. The pros are, you get time to focus on you. You don't have to exert so much energy focusing on other people, this, that, and the third. It gives you time to find yourself. It gives you time to find solitude and peace within yourself. But I do think that I'm at a point in my journey, you guys. I've been um, by myself for some years now. I think that, I think I'm kind of ready to meet people. I think I'm ready to open up and, find people who are like-minded, people who are secure in themselves, people who have their own things going on too. I think that was probably one of the biggest problems with the friendships that I had over the years. Is a lot of people I used to hang out with was stagnant, and I used to be stagnant, so it made sense that I was friends with stagnant people. But as you start to find yourself and you start to self-develop, your paths just no longer align, and sometimes there can be friction, and sometimes people just phase off. um, but I think now I'm at a point in my journey where I want to be around people who are like-minded, people who have goals too, people who are always working on themselves. I would love to be around those type of people. So I recognize I don't have to stay in a state of loneliness. And if you're experiencing that too, or anything that you want to change, you can change it. You can change it. If you don't like the city that you live in, you can move. If you don't like your finances, you can change it. If you don't like the lifestyle that you live, you can change it. There's nothing that's forcing you to continue to be in a situation or be in an environment that you don't want to be in, that's not making you happy, that's not making you thrive. You have the power to change it. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that change is easy. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. Change is not easy by any means. It's not easy by any means, you guys. It is very, very, very hard. But I promise you, on the other side of that change is going to be a new version of you that's just so happy they did it. That has been proven in my life time after time again, from losing weight to not drinking to starting the business. Like, every change that I made that was scary, I've always looked back and been like, I'm so glad that I did this. And there are some life changes that I plan on making in the future, in the near future, I should say. Yes, I'm scared. I'm not really going to reveal them now. I don't like to reveal stuff till it actually happens. But yes, I'm scared. I'm nervous. But I feel like if something keeps gnawing at you, just like before I quit my job, when I was thinking about starting a business, it's like I couldn't stop thinking about being a business owner before it happened. Like, at first it was just like a little idea, a little seed that was planted in my head. And then, as the years kept going by while I was at this job, it was getting worse and worse. I was more and more miserable every single day. It was like that seed, that small seed that was planted years ago, that you're going to be a CEO. It's like I couldn't escape that thought anymore. Before, it would come and go, come and go. It might come for one couple weeks and it would leave for like 6 months. It would come for a couple weeks and it would leave for another 3 months, right? But sooner and sooner and sooner that it was getting time for me to quit, I couldn't escape the thought anymore. I couldn't escape it. Like, it's just that thought of being my own boss just started to consume my mind, you guys, to where I was thinking about it every single day. Every single day. I could no longer escape it. And that's how I've been feeling lately with some of the changes that I want to make in my life. At first, it started as like a seed planted years ago, a thought, an idea, and now, like, it keeps coming back, keeps coming back, keeps coming back. And I believe that when it starts to happen like that, like when you can't escape that idea anymore, it's because it's God or the universe, whoever, trying to tell you, like, the time is now. The time is now. You have to go now. There's no more. You have to go now. I'm pushing you out. You have to go. And that's literally how I feel now with some of the decisions that I want to make in my life. So Sorry for the emotional video. It wasn't supposed to be emotional, it just kind of became that. Yeah, you guys, if you're struggling with anything, like, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any ideas for me, any things that I could do. I would appreciate it. Also, don't forget to join the Glow Up Academy. The link is down below in the description. This is exactly what I created the space for. I'm always trying to be a better version of myself every single day, and I want that for you too. And this is the space where you can share your ideas, share things that you're going through, and develop in that process. Like, not just talk about it, but actually make changes in your life. And those changes that you make, they improve who you are. They truly help you become the version of yourself that you want to become, so that you can do what it is that you want to do, right? Whether that's start the business, create the content, sell your products, like, whatever it is, there's no limit for you. The problem is we put the limit on ourselves. So, again, the link is down below in the description. If I said anything that resonated with your spirit and vibrated with your soul, make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.